Hi everybody, welcome to the JC World. I'm Silvio CAMPIGLI. I'm a project engineer at Microtex Composites. And I would like to start the presentation with our presentation of the company. So I would like to start with a sentence of our CEO, Massimo Beccagli, that states, if you have a project in composite materials, our company is very easy. Every customer is a good customer, every project is a good project. It means that our philosophy is to be very close to the customer need in terms of support and personalization as well. And now a small presentation of our company.
At Microtex Composite, we believe in our customer ideas.
I founded this company based on this belief together with my co-founder Gianfranco, Silvio and Federico.
Do you have a customized interior and exterior project? A project in aesthetic structural composite material? Trust us. Our over 50-year experience in textile industries make us experts of composite material, from dry fabric to prepreg.
Let's have a look at our history. Microtex Composites belong to the historical Beccagli group specialized in the textile production since the end of the Second World War. Nowadays, we manage a fully production chain going through the weaving of carbon fiber, the development of our own resin systems, and the preparation of prepreg. At this moment, we are looking around to expand our market overseas, especially in the US. Stay tuned.
This is the new operational headquarters located in Pistoia, close to the other headquarters in Prato. It is 8,000 square meters. We are equipped with a solvent, a hot melt, and a UD impregnation line, and a new SMC line, with more to come. The new headquarters features a new state-of-the-art refrigerator area, one of the largest in the market, capable of storing 180,000 square meters of prepreg.
We turn clients' vision into reality, beyond expectation. Our ongoing research for new inspiration allows us to customize products and match customer needs. Microtex Composite, your vision, our mission.
So just to summarize a little bit, which is the story behind the company. So at the end of the Second World War, Mario Beccagli was the first generation of the family, which started the business on innovative fabrics. And in 1990, the second generation starts his own business mainly on next generation fabrics and processes as well. In 2009, Massimo Beccagli started a company conversion into composites. So part of the company was converted into composite market. In 2010, the carbon fabrics were successfully applied in different composite sectors. In 2013, we achieved the first ISO 9000 certification. In 2015, there was a spin-off of the mother company, so the birth of Microtex Composites, that was a spin-off of the Microtex Cotton Club, which was oriented to fabrics for garment. In 2017, there was the implementation of an internal R&D lab, an improvement, and the building of a commercial network in the European, Middle East, and African area. In 2020, the company reached the IATF 16949, which is oriented more on the automotive market as well. and the product capacity reached more than 2 million square meters per year. In 2021, it was the inauguration of the new 8,000 square meter plant in Pistoia, close to the original plant based in Prato. And in 2022, we reached an agreement with the Corsa Group. So, as we say before, the company is vertical, fully integrated, which starts from the weaving or carbon fiber, and we have our own resin systems, and we produce mainly prepregs. So we have a weaving department, a solvent impregnation line, a hot melt line, UD line, and SMC line. And last but not least, we start the commissioning of the tow preg line. So today we are mainly focused in the European market, and our products are mainly used for structural, aesthetic, and composites, and carbon look interiors as well, mainly for the automotive market. So the target markets at the end are motorsport, sport and leisure, automotive, marine, industry, and transportation. And this sustainability theme is something that was part of the philosophy of the company since the creation, since the beginning. And in the last few years, a lot of customers ask us to increase the attention to this kind of topics, and that's why we have an approach that is global. So 360 degrees of the company is committed in this activity as well. Just a short overview of the connection between automotive and sustainability as well. We know that there is a European a European law which come from the year 2000. So since the year 2000, there was a sort of regulation about the end of life of vehicles, which became straight much more with much more constraint year by year. In fact, from 2006, 80% of car components were being subjected to be reused or recycled as well. And from 2015, this quota was increased to 85%. And the future trend is to have, so for next years, to have to achieve a minimum of 20-25% of automotive components which come from recycled content. So this recycled content for the moment is still in discussion. So there is some idea to consider recycled content industrial scrap, so industrial scrap or production, so end-of-life vehicle scrap. The use of composite in the automotive market is relatively young, so there is not such a big amount of recycled composite which come from the end of life of the vehicles for the moment. So this topic will be probably will be more clear for the year to come. So at the same time, there is a vision that is in the same direction still from the European Commission, that is more related to industry and sustainability, that is related to packaging and packaging waste. is something that is quite an important part, because packaging is still something that is not so low in our production. And so for the moment, the minimum recycled target for packaging waste is fixed to 22.5%. And there is, for European market, a plastic tax for not recycled material that is 0.8 euro per kilo. So it's something that push all the producer and or the supply chain to move forward recycled material as well. So in Italy, in next year will be an additional tax that is still to come. That is 0.45 euro per kilo for plastic which come from fossils. So other European countries are working on more restrictive scenarios, and we expect for the future that the situation will change and will be much more restricted as well. So as I said before, the company approach the sustainability topic in all the area of the company as well. And that's why since the creation of the company, so the old production site was already fitted with 1 megawatt photovoltaic power plant, which help to reduce the carbon footprint of our internal processes. And there is also a thermal oxidation plant for solvent oxidation, so to recover energy from the oxidation of solvent and to reduce emissions below the legislation level, local legislation level. At the same time, on the new site, on the Pistoia site, we have actually a 0.2 megawatt photovoltaic power plant, and we are planning to increase the capacity for the future as well. So, what is our philosophy in this, as we say, a part of the introduction of system to reduce the carbon footprint during our processes is something that all our customers are asking. Is something to understand how is the impact of carbon footprint in our processes and of our product as well. So this year we decided to have a dedicated department to this activity, and so we started with the aim to provide information to our end user in terms of CO2 footprint. And our approach will be progressive. So we start as a gate-to-gate approach. So we focus at the beginning mainly in the carbon footprint and the energy dedicated to our internal processes. So once the material come in the company for the transformation, and when the material is transformed and is ready to be delivered to the customer. After we complete this kind of approach, and will come quite soon, even if is a continuous improvement related to this kind of activity, we start to a cradle-to-gate approach. It means that we start from the creation of the material to the gate. And last but not least, what is important, our final goal is to approach circular economy as well. And probably will be the harder process. We have a cooperation with a lot of universities around the world. So with the Sabancı University, which is in Turkey as well, and with the Manufacturing Technologies Application Center, which is located in Istanbul, Turkey, Ravensburg University, and Bristol Composite Institute that is in UK as well. We start, so it was in the next month, the kickoff of a project founded from the European Union, which is dedicated to fire-resistant, environmental-friendly composites. The aim of the project is to develop a technology for the automotive and to sustainability, but also fire-resistant material. The partner, the European partner, will be 8 different, coming from different countries. So just a quick overview of reinforcement for sustainability. So in our portfolio, we have flax fabric mixed with silver yarn. We have as well flax fabric mixed with metal coral yarn. The flax content is around 85%. And flax fabric completely 100% flax-based in different fabric aerial weight. We produce, we have a portfolio also of recycled PIT, which is combined with metallic yarn as well. So these combinations are mostly used for car interiors. Another important activity that we developed during the years is the carbon fiber recycle for weaving scrap. So basically we are talking about non-woven. And this non-woven comes mainly from our industrial post-process material. Based on this experience, we start to produce some blocks, some tooling block, which is called C-Block 160. So is a block that is made from recycled carbon fiber and epoxy, and can be used for different structural, thermal, or also some aesthetic application as well. So we produce, as we say, this material from post-industrial scrap material. So the second stage of the production, so the scrap that come from our internal processes, we transform this material, and it's possible after to obtain, we produce internally this C-Block. The C-Block can be CNC milled, and so can be worked like many different materials that are on the market to obtain, for instance, carbon tool. Carbon tool that we know that the tradition is to have master model, low temperature master model, low temperature cure, and a post-curing, and to obtain a carbon tool as well. But this process is very long, it's time-consuming, and the tooling material is very expensive as well. There is a remarkable thermal expansion as well, also in high-temperature tooling board. So there is a lot of work in the design of a tool in terms of minimizing or to, let me say, define which are the offset and the scale effect of on the final dimension of the material. The high-temperature tooling board are mechanically not satisfying, so they last for few shots. Aluminium mold have a high thermal expansion, have a high thermal inertia, and are quite heavy and quite expensive as well, and quite hard to be fixed. So with this material, we can be very fast. We can process this material very fast. We have lower cost from because we use also recycled carbon fiber. And we have a good durability as well, and a very good dimensional stability. So this is an example of a finite component. So we have a very small tool distortion after milling. This is a case study of the dimension stability of the part that is measured. We measure the deviation compared to the original shape, original material. And so we have a thermal behavior that is more similar to carbon steel than aluminum. Those are some values as a reference. The property comparison, and other applications that can be also for block. So stock block, alternative to stock block. There are some experience also in pull-off test as well. And future projects are related to bio-based prepreg, so long shelf life at room temperature, for this moment mainly for industrial applications. We have developed a bio-based prepreg with a TG that is reasonable high for bio-based material. And those are the mechanical performances combined with a recycled felt, so combined with a non-woven. So for certain application can be a suitable solution that is a very good combination of bio-based matrix and recycled carbon fiber as well. So thank you for your attention, for your time, and to be here together. Thanks.